this shit down. We on the brink of greatness, nigga. A visionary, the vision scary, I know they hate it. A sharpshooter, the sharpest image, ain't no debating. I know they waiting on greatness so they could follow moves. I follow love, why would I ever follow you? But go ahead, do what you do, make it work for you. I'm 10 toes standing on the earth's soil. Cameraman, I can even spit a verse.
It's the necklace.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Make some noise one time. It's the 1983 The Black Room Podcast. I know y'all missed this, but man, we've been working, man. Shout out to our artist Kayla from Detroit that won her competition. We was down there to witness that, making moves. Shout out that the tickets is about to go on sale July 15th for the Black Gala. What's this, the third? It's about to, Y'all know. And last but not least, free my nigga. Why? My man did 6 days and he free now, man. Make some noise, mate. Man, my boy Jay free. Yeah, we back, man.
All right, Mr. O'Neal.
All right, guys, we got a special guest. This lady has took classes with Miss Cleo back in the day from BET. She also been on tour with Erykah Badu. She also has been all over the world in Facebook with aromatherapy. Ooh, now that one is true. I don't know about the other ones.
Thank you.
But that one was true.
She's also been at every youth convention there is from First Church of God.
Shout out First Church of God.
Shout out First Church of God.
And since we're doing shout out, I have to ask you one thing. What's a bulldog?
Always a bulldog.
Make some noise for none other than one and only LaWanda Blackshear.
Yes, sir.
See, I put the one and only in there.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
You could have
left that bulldog shit out.
Oh man, watch it, Tread. Hey, y'all
We're
see
two
what
or
happens when
more.
people. Yeah, y'all see what happens when people talk about Beyonce. The beehives come. You know what I'm talking. And in the week, in our Bulldog weekend coming up. But anyway,
shout out
coming
Jared Anderson for winning his fight too.
Yes,
oh
sir.
man, and using the band that was man.
Absolutely.
It's been all over the world, all over Facebook, man. We would love to interview you, man. If you watch it, man, you know, come show some love on the podcast. But anyway, LaWanda, how you been?
I've been doing good. How you been?
I'm all right, man. So Toledo native, right?
Yep.
Tell us. We're gonna start from the beginning. What elementary did you go to?
I went to St. Martin de Porres.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were going to say Nathan Hale for some reason.
Nope. Everybody
You
else
looking
went to
Nathan Hale-ish,
No.
maybe? Okay, no.
No,
Okay.
St. Martin Port's N.O. Orchard, actually.
All right. So what junior high school?
Robinson.
Robinson. For
Absolutely
sure.
a
Wildcat. Yeah. And then last but no, was you a Wildcat, Jay?
Yes, I was.
Oh, okay. Make some noise. Why you ain't make no noise for the Wildcats?
Wildcats, I mean, it's not there no more.
It's there, but it's not there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a newer. It wasn't the old one.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the old building, but
Right.
you know, we gotta move on and do better things. And then last but not least, you went to one of the best high schools,
Absolutely.
not in just the city, but in the world. That's known all over the world. What high school did you go to?
I went to Sky High School.
Come on, man.
Fantastic dancing machines.
Listen,
You
was
know,
in a band, right?
Absolutely. all
Yeah,
4
because I
years.
think
What instrument you play?
Trumpet.
Oh, okay.
I think I might have been in the band maybe your last year. I think you graduated 04?
02.
02. Oh, I was
Yeah.
gone there.
We was in church.
I was
You couldn't-
coming
you
in.
couldn't do
I
the
was
noise?
coming in because I came in in 02. I graduated 06.
Okay.
So it was your senior year.
Wait,
I
what
was
year you
coming
graduated
in and
again?
you was-
02. Damn. You older than me.
You petty, man. Anyway, you know, we have people all the time that be wishing they were Bulldogs. Now we had it on testimony. We had it on testimony. Both of these. Well, he didn't say it, but it has been on tape. This guy saying, "Man, I wish I could have went to Scott, but my parents said I couldn't go
That
to
is
Scott."
not.
That's a very common thing.
That is
That
not
what happened.
That
They-
is not.
They might pop up at the picnic in August.
That
I don't
is-
know.
that
I might
is
look around.
not-
Jay, is that you? You might be dancing with the whistle.
What's
like
the picnic?
It's August. It's in August. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll text you. I'll send you the
I won't
flyer.
be here the whole month of August.
Oh yeah. Well, you know.
He'll be around.
Yeah, he'll come back for that
He'll
and
be
fly
in
out.
town for the picnic.
Private jet, flown by Nate.
Gotcha.
But anyway, okay. So then, fast forward. We all came out of First Church.
Did you have a
together.
class reunion today?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I just rep. This is Toledo known, man. Did you see what Jared did, man?
yeah, you're David.
I'm just saying he set the bar, so it motivated me. I've been.
Jason, what high school
Right.
did you go to?
I went to E.L. Bowser.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
I can't
What are
tell.
they? Blue Racers?
No, we were
We're the
rebels.
Rebels.
Oh, Rebels.
Yes.
Roof.
This conversation is giving a rebel.
Right. They want to rebel back against us.
God damn, man, mosquito bit the shit out of my head.
Oh man, that mosquito must have been a rebel. Anyway, so came out of First Church together.
Yeah.
You got brothers and sisters. One of your sisters played basketball
Mm-hmm.
for Scott High School.
Yep.
Was also a legend,
Yeah.
And then also, wait, let me see. It's 5 of y'all, right?
Yep. At a minimum.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so now moving forward, what happens after that? What did you get into after high school?
I went to school.
Mhm.
I went to Tiffin University.
Nice.
Ended up moving to Columbus in 2014.
Mhm.
Was there for about 7 years. And then I've been in Charlotte for almost 3 years.
Okay. And you like Charlotte, you said. What you like about Charlotte?
The weather,
Oh,
definitely
that
the
makes
weather,
sense.
the
Yeah.
space. It's a lot of space.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, if you hear fireworks, they're still doing that shit.
Yeah.
It's our fireworks
It's okay.
edition special show.
No, it's after
7-7, bro.
it's
Yeah.
after 9. I'm calling the police.
Yeah, let it go.
Look at
Yeah,
if we
let
get
it go.
arrested. Oh, never mind. Sorry. We call the police and then we get arrested again.
Uh-oh.
Not over here.
Thank you.
We're like, why are you guys over here? Anyway.
I've
not
seen,
important.
I've seen police twice in this neighborhood since I lived over here.
Oh, that's a great thing.
Yeah.
I've seen them a couple times in my neighborhood too.
Couple a day.
Oregon Patrol.
Oh, goodness.
They mad because I'm on the east side. I'm on the east with it.
Oregon actually don't come into the east.
Why are
It's
you
two
on the
different
east side?
things. Yeah.
You hear what she said?
No, what you say?
Why are you on the east side?
I'm on I can't tell you the street, but I'm like by Wade High School, like in that
It's
area.
even worse.
The good part, because like once it's been a while since you.
Yeah, I don't know where the good parts are.
Yeah, I'm on the good part.
You see how
Old people.
you see his beard, how gray it is?
Yeah.
It's from being on the east side. It's that small.
Stressed
It's the
out.
water over there.
That didn't come from that. But if you guys want to, if that's what
Don't-
you guys
don't.
want to believe,
Leave it- leave
by
it-
all means,
leave it
that's
where it's
fine.
at.
Yeah.
All right, let's leave it
It's
anyway.
growing.
So, Tiffin, Then you moved to Columbus, and then
Yes.
now you're in Charlotte.
Yep.
So now tell the people, what do you do? Like, why are you here? What's going on? What are we talking about today?
So I am a healer, basically, an
Okay.
intuitive guide, tarot reader, podcast host.
Okay.
And I use the tarot cards and the podcast as tools to kind of help direct intuitive messages to help people heal, basically childhood trauma, stuff like that. Yeah.
So is it like a form of, well, therapy's in it, but
Yep.
it's a form of therapy, right?
Yep. Homemade therapy, holistic therapy.
Okay.
Holistic, yeah.
You know, I didn't go to school for it.
Oh, so this is like a gift.
Yeah.
Gift
Yeah.
of God.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I didn't know for the longest I had. I just was.
So how did you find out about this? Like what happened? Like did you wake up one day and just get like a light bulb like turned on, or
I think, to be honest, my trauma made me a people pleaser. So I would,
Okay.
you know, overdo trying to help people. Right. So once I realized that I was trying to do too much to help other people, I didn't want to stop helping people. I just needed to do it better. I needed to do it in a healthier manner. So, I mean, I've always been into like astrology and the tarot cards a little bit in terms of like watching other people and reading up on the science behind it and all of that. But in terms of my own gifts, I think just over time, hearing people who've known me since I was a kid kind of tell me that you've always been like this. You've always been emotionally intelligent. You've always kind of just said things that make everybody look. And, I didn't really know what it was. I just thought, I was different, but not in a bad way. I just, I figure everybody got their own talents, honestly. But I don't know. I think I was, for a while, I was trying to do candles and like body oils and like holistic remedies. And I had kind of just started to manifest on a name because I didn't know what I wanted to be. And one night I was asleep and I don't know, it's like I heard my name at like 4 o'clock in the morning, just heard my name. And I woke up and aromatherapy came to my mind. So it's just been being dropped on me, I guess, as I'm being prepared to kind of move forward with it. I just get little pieces of the puzzle to kind of put together, and it's gotten me to where I'm at now.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And now you have a podcast, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you talk about on your podcast? Like, do it be different topics? Like, is it like, I know I've seen one of them about, it was like women, battered women, I kind of thing. I think it was something like that.
Possibly.
It was like a healing kind of thing.
Yeah, most of them are about forgiveness,
Okay.
honestly. And just being transparent. They're all about healing, but just different forms, whether it be, self-shaming, forgiving other people, forgiving yourself, learn how to trust yourself, learning how to trust your intuition, develop your own gifts. The podcast is a little raw.
Okay.
Because it's really about me. That's where you're going to get the majority of, me talking about my journey to healing and kind of what I recognize to be my traumatic past and different things that, I had been through. But going forward, I'm going to change up the topics. It's probably going to be something live. I'm kind of just trying to figure out what the next step for the podcast is, but that's where you'll get the most raw version of me.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's dope. Now you said a word, forgiving. Why do you think forgiving is important? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a Dr. Phil question right there.
I need to get a bell.
That was Dr. Phil level. Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
I impress myself sometimes.
You should.
Like when I said it, I was like, yeah,
pat your own
good.
self on the back.
Right, he doing it right
So, yeah,
now.
that was good.
Forgiveness is important because if you hold on to things, then you can't accept new things. If you hold on to old things, pain, trauma, memories, thoughts,
That's
conditions, then nothing new like information can get in because you already got your mind made up and kind of stuck in the pain. So forgiveness, you've heard people say forgiveness is more about you than that person. And it really just allows space for new experiences and new things, new people to kind of come in and replace what you thought could only be bad.
That's dope.
Wow.
That's dope. Yeah.
How long?
It's turning into therapy in here.
That's the whole.
which is the
that's
reasoning
we
why.
kinda-
We literally
I
had
didn't-
the
it kinda
conversation.
felt like that vibe was
I
gonna
had
be.
no idea. Y'all didn't tell me.
No,
It happened organically. It happened organically.
we
It
literally
just
had that
happened.
conversation.
How
Though.
long? How long?
But then you said when you saw me, you said you couldn't wait for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
How long have you been doing it?
Which part?
Everything.
I've been doing the tarot readings myself. I started back in like 2017, just kind of practicing on people because I wasn't sure how to study it. But more recently, probably like 9 months, I started the podcast in September. I started the aromatherapy brand back in September, I believe.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, for people that don't know, what is a tarot reading?
A tarot reading is basically a
Like
reading.
in your words, like in, it don't have to be the correct.
Okay, so I'll tell you who I am as a tarot reader.
Okay.
Nice.
So I use the cards as a tool to help people identify and accept traumas, and basically to help them learn how to trust their gut and their intuition. For me, it's all about building up your strength and your power. I don't get anything out of it other than to see you take your power back. And that's from, parents, school systems, the police system, college, all these different aspects that fall into our lap, that kind of can condition us in the wrong way, takes away our power, makes us think we have to be people that we don't have to be. And I don't subscribe to that. So my tarot readings are about pushing people to be their authentic selves, regardless of everything.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I think that's why she was waiting for you. She ready to tell you about your
Watch it.
authentic self.
I don't know. See, it's hard with him because you never know what he's going to
Pause.
say. See,
That was
great.
predictable.
That was great.
The pause was predictable.
Well, I can't get
Jason's
back.
not that hard
It
to
was in the
read.
right. Yep. Okay. I get it. So tell me about Leos. No, I'm just-
No, yes, we're gonna go around the room. Actually,
all right, let's do
Yes.
it. Let's do it.
Get into that.
Let's do it.
David,
You
please.
want me to go
Yes,
first?
Absolutely. It's gonna
What do
be
you
fun.
think I am?
Oh,
I'm
fool.
gonna be honest.
A genius.
I don't think
There
you're
you
a
go,
fool.
Dave. Speaking of
Yeah.
yourself, Doc.
I don't think you're a fool.
Future Grammy winner.
There you go.
I'm telling you.
I don't know. I
You do know. Think about it.
because sometimes I'm gonna tell you who I miss often. I miss Libras a lot.
No.
I don't think you're a Libra though.
No, I told you something. I gave you a key when I came in. What did I say when I first came in? I said, "What's up, Luana? How you doing?" And then you asked how I was doing. I said I was getting old. I said I was what?
Had just turned 35.
Okay.
Are you a Cancer?
No.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna say
You're close though.
Mm-mm.
It's what you think you. I think it's what you were gonna say, but you didn't say it.
well, I think you're a Pisces.
That explains a lot if he was, though.
No, it doesn't. It can never be a Pisces.
because it's more than just
Yeah.
your sun sign.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know
have
about all
water
that.
in your chart. I can guarantee it. We'll say that.
Maybe because I don't know what that means. But
It's
I'm a
okay.
It's a whole
Gemini.
breakdown.
I'm a Gemini.
I wouldn't have guessed Gemini.
June 14.
That's why I know you probably got water as like a moon sign or a rising sign, because I wouldn't have never pegged you as a Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Geminis a lot, so it's nothing against Geminis.
Yeah, she don't like you.
So I
No,
rock
I-
with you.
no,
She
I-
said she
Geminis
liked
is cool.
Geminis a lot.
Geminis is cool.
All right. That
Do
way, so
we
water for me, right?
understand
Or
what
moon
is-
water.
Yeah, we're gonna
Do we
That's
understand what is what? I'm sorry.
What'd you say, Doc? Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Anything else you want to know about yourself?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yes.
I
Okay.
guess what we going around the room? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
No, I was just reading what somebody put on the screen.
Those Raymond Saunders.
Oh.
Pop.
Understand what is what. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's your sign? Oh, this is my first time meeting you for real.
Man, come on. He's the twin from back in the day.
I know,
that,
but
the
he
Maddox.
was a kid and I was a bigger kid, so I don't know.
They had the long hair. They sat in the front row.
Definitely don't remember.
The mama blew the whistle.
I said I don't remember.
Okay.
I really don't remember.
Said first church was her trauma.
Wow. Don't do that.
Hey,
Please don't do
yo.
Okay, this
We
will turn
are- we
into one
will
of my
get
podcast
canceled.
episodes so quick.
No,
because,
please,
because,
no.
because I definitely talk about some of that in my podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Disclaimer: I don't want to get canceled. I am.
You
a
don't go to
musician.
First
Wait, hold
Church.
on. Why
I'm a
does
musician.
I never
and
understood
I
why does
have-
confrontation equates to being canceled?
He talking about at home.
No.
No, I'm talking about my other jobs that I have.
But you don't go to First Church though, bro.
I'm not saying about First Church, but
That's
I
what we.
have
That's
other
what we
jo-
talk. But I'm saying
I
that's
know,
what we
I'm just
talking
saying.
about.
I'm making sure that y'all ain't trying to get it confused that I'm talking bad about or ill will
Well,
about.
nobody's gonna talk bad about. We not.
Okay.
No.
All they gotta
I'm
do is
just
do the-
disclaimer because people will call me and say, I seen your podcast. They will
mean,
run the people that I know
trauma
that I
is still-
play for.
A trauma is still a trauma,
See,
though.
but see, and this
And
is
I get it.
this
Go
is
ahead. I get it.
exactly why I do what I do. Because I should be able to speak freely about
Yes.
anything that has caused me pain without any repercussions.
First Amendment,
That's
bro.
true.
There's no religion that should keep you from being able to address your pain.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
And I mean, your pain could, like, you coming through your pain could be healing for someone else.
I see what y'all saying. I'm just saying disclaimer because
Look,
I
they
don't want
gotta
people to think
be
it's me.
scared.
All they gotta do is just hit the.
Retreat.
All they gotta do is just hit the
Retreat.
playback.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Yeah, all they gotta do is hit the playback.
I ain't mean to
It's-
interrupt. Go
yeah,
ahead.
it's- no,
Go
you're
ahead.
good.
Y'all go ahead and go into it.
I don't know because I just met him.
No, you can do. I mean, you already know Jason's. Never mind. I'll let you take your time.
First 6 months or second 6 months?
Second.
I almost want to say give me a minute because I'm thinking
Take your time. I'm in
Virgo
no
or
rush.
Sagittarius.
Negative.
No, Virgo.
Or Sagittarius.
I feel like we need to play Tyrese in the background while we waiting.
That's
Well, I don't. Because and that's the. That's,
And we're not going to pause that.
No, because he got the signs
Signs of love making.
No.
Anyways.
That title alone should have been paused because you said that. We should be playing that in the background. No. I get what you were
I
doing.
mean, and
with
we're
this
not.
zodiac
I'm not
sign. I
expecting
get
you
it.
to just come off the cuff, and stuff like that.
Because
Unless you did like some real deep research, and I'd be kind of a little scared. No, just
I'm gonna get it.
yeah. Take your time.
But I don't. That's not what I do.
Yeah, right.
It's
See?
just fun, and once I get to know you, then it'd be, it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
But you're on the tech side. That's why I said Virgo. You're kind of quiet and reserved. Another reason I said Virgo, but Sagittarius can always be like that too, because they kind of like to sneak up on you. With
There's
the
another
fire.
sign that's very mysterious, just if not more than the two.
You're not a Capricorn.
No, even worse than them.
Wow.
Well, Okay, so Jason, you were on the Leo Virgo cusp.
Like the new emoji.
I don't know what that means.
Wow.
I have no idea.
This is
what that
why I
means.
do a disclaimer every time.
So please elaborate.
I mean,
I'm scared to know now.
what do you want to know?
Everything there is to know about a Leo, and I want to.
Oh, Lord.
No, I'm saying because a lot of people don't know that I'm a Leo
Okay.
because I don't really
Give off Leo-ish.
give off Leo.
No, not if you just watching, because Leos like to be the center of attention.
Mm.
And then it's not really a good thing or a bad thing. And Virgos, my dad is a Virgo. He's funny and he can make you laugh and he can take over, but he's not just outright trying to, tell everybody, look at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's none of me.
It's true. He's laid back. Background.
Mm-hmm. However, if you pay attention to the conversation,
He's a jerk, bro.
when Jason is having it, then you'll pick up on the Leo cues because that's when he becomes the center of attention.
Especially when it's like during conversation.
Yes, you just gotta. If you pay attention, you'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
Can you
Yeah, I'm
give me-
snitching.
Can you give me an example?
Well, I mean, you've been doing it this whole conversation, but this is the first time I've seen you in 15 years.
Dang, it's been that long.
It's probably been a little longer. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 years.
'Cause I've been out of school for 15.
Yeah, and me 20.
Jeez.
So.
I'm sorry.
You know what, Nate? Don't do this, Nate.
I'm
Don't
trying
do
to.
this,
I'm
Nate.
trying to think. Has it been? Yeah, it probably has
It's
been.
been,
Long
it's
15
been about
years.
15 years.
After
That's when you left?
I left in 2014. Well, I was in Tiffin because I can't even say that. I was going to Tiffin for a couple years too. 2005 to like
graduated in 06.
2008.
We talking 2014 right now.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she might have been in Tiff about that time.
Interesting. I didn't think it was 15 years, but it's probably been 15 years.
Yeah, it's been some time. I kind of left and didn't. That was part of my like how my healing journey started was kind of leaving Toledo and not looking back because
So why did you leave then? Let's make this about you. Let us therapeutic you.
I'm just playing.
What?
I don't know. That's not a
you
word.
want me to tell all
I
my
couldn't
business.
find the word.
This is therapeutic. You.
Because I wasn't sure what was keeping me from being myself.
Okay.
I didn't really know what myself wanted, what I liked. So, for me, it's kind of just separate yourself from everything that you know for a fact is trying to keep you from being who it is you want to be. And that's kind of how it started. And it's a pretty isolating thing when you're trying to figure out exactly, what you like, what you're passionate about. So that started it. And then I always was chasing warm weather and a beach. So Charlotte, I think, was just always gonna happen. And Columbus was kind of me just kind of taking my first step out of Toledo, knowing I don't want to move back. So I need to go somewhere where I can maintain and not have to be forced to go back home and start over. So Columbus was a small step, and Charlotte is like the final step.
So that's as far as you're gonna go, Charlotte.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Within the United States, yeah.
That's cool.
You love it that much,
I love it.
man.
I knew when I went to visit. Like, I went to visit in July. I moved in October.
Nice. Outside of the United States, where would you like to go?
Where the weather is mild all year round, so close to the equator.
Yep.
Where fruit grows freely on trees and everybody can eat healthy food for free.
Man, that sounds like a Maya Angelou.
I was about to say, was this spoken words?
Yeah, it sounds like a Maya Angelou. Close to the
I
equator.
did that for a while too. I wrote poetry for a while.
Hit us with something.
No.
Oh, come on.
I don't even know.
Well, it's
why
like
you said
riding a
that.
bike. It's like
You set
riding a
yourself
bike.
No,
up.
because here's the thing with that. When I was writing poetry, you couldn't pay me to perform it. You could never pay me to get up in front of a camera and a mic and say nothing.
Oh.
I would sing 24/7 if I could, but do it in performance style. That was just never me. So this is new for me in terms of being comfortable with seeing myself and hearing myself on the mic. Like, I done been in church choirs and all of that, but I never wanted to be in the front.
So if you was to airdrop me something that you wrote and I read it, what if somebody else wrote your story?
I have something. I just wrote a couple of things and posted it on Instagram, but I haven't written poetry in years.
Okay. So do you do affirmations too?
Absolutely.
Are you into that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Why affirmations are important?
So there is a book called Psycho-Cybernetics, right? And it talks about retraining your brain. The don't get me to using the wrong scientific terms like electrons and neutrons.
Yes, you're
Maybe
right.
those.
You're
Thanks.
right. You're welcome.
You can rewire your brain, right? So last year I was going through a whole bunch, right? And I remember I kind of needed something to tell myself to where I just would feel the best that I had ever felt. And the best I've ever felt is when I was pregnant with both my girls. And when you're pregnant, they like, you got the pregnant glow. Everywhere you're going, you got the pregnant glow. And I'm like, I would love to just have the pregnant glow
All the time.
all the time. I'm never having any more children, but if I could just have the pregnant glow, and I promise within just a couple of weeks of kind of just having that conversation with myself, random people would just be like, oh my God, you're glowing. Oh my God. It's like the things you tell yourself are true. What you see in the mirror is what truly exists. So if you believe it, then whatever energy you put out, what people are going to give you. So I get very specific like that. Like, oh, I want to lose weight, but I probably won't be consistent going to the gym. So now I just got a whole bunch of different things that I do as I feel to just help me lose weight in a healthy manner. Yeah, affirmations are way more powerful. I mean, think about kids who get verbally abused by their parents. If you're being told you dumb every day, you're going to grow up thinking you dumb. Versus the kid that get told they smart every day, they're going to grow up and they're going to be well achieved and they're going to think highly of themselves because of what was programmed into their mind. You could do the same thing to yourself, reprogram yourself.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
We like your affirmation, Montrese.
Shout out to Montrese, man. What up, big dog?
You are smart. Tristan.
Once a bulldog, always a
Facts.
bulldog.
You
Trees, I
are
got to throw
important.
that in there. You know. But anyway, yeah, man.
You know that is very dismissive
What? Let me be the judge.
when you say anyway.
No, I was
But
trying to say anyway back to like what we were talking about. Not
You know how we used to get into an argument with your girl back in the day, and she'd be like, "Anyways."
It's a transition into something
Thank
less.
you. I was trying
stressful.
to transition back to what we were talking about because I said once
Clarify, because I don't want nobody to think when you say transition.
See, this is the Leo.
Wow. Yeah, you see. Okay, thank you. Let's get back into this because I don't
I got you.
understand.
This
I
is
don't
the Leo.
understand sometimes.
I don't
Like,
agree.
Listen,
we'd be so serious,
because
it'd be
he's
so-
pretending he doesn't want to be the center of attention.
No, I really don't. I sit in this corner and try
And
to be quiet.
pretend.
We let David talk the whole podcast.
I don't know why.
I don't
and
either.
I talk foolishness.
He's our host.
he's our host. We all provide different things to
We
podcasts.
all are.
And
the
Jason
host.
provides the Leo.
We all are.
because
The asshole?
I never said that.
No, I'm asking.
Do people say that about Leos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jason just said it about himself. I
Oh.
have
No,
never.
because they always tell me I'm an asshole. They always.
I
say
ain't gonna
that.
hold you up. That's the Virgo.
No.
I'm not gonna hold you up.
Okay.
It's
Gotta
the
get off
Virgo.
that cusp, my guy.
It's the Virgo, but I got a Virgo moon, so no disrespect to the Virgos. We
So-
pay very close attention to detail.
So what is your sign?
and
You
can
giving
pick your
a
I
brain.
guess
Taurus.
that is me then.
Are you a
That's
Taurus?
why I'm gonna have a Taurus son. Yep,
You are a Taurus?
absolutely.
You know how I guessed that? My brother's a
I was
Taurus.
gonna say because I'm what? You're
my
stubborn.
brother's a
Oh,
Taurus.
I didn't even
You
think about
remind
that.
me of
That's
Johnny.
crazy. Yes.
She reminds me
Yeah.
of Johnny a little bit.
I didn't even think about that.
Yep, Taurus.
Like
son.
Johnny's laid back, but he's real goofy at the
Ah.
same time.
And
That's Taurus's. Well,
Fun.
the one I know.
Fun loving.
Yeah,
Yes,
I can't.
absolutely. Taurus sun, Virgo moon, Aries rising.
So what do they say about you about all of those things? Like,
It's funny because a lot of people like I'm laid back,
Mhm.
but depending on the kind of relationship you have with me, I can be extremely
it could be a bull.
fun.
Oh, okay, fine. I thought you were going somewhere. I'm sorry.
She's
I
about
jumped the
to-
gun.
Hold on, no,
She
no.
threw some
I
at
jumped the
Within
gun now,
said
whoa.
relationship, I'm probably also a bull too. But I've had people describe me as a firecracker. So those things would
Firecrackers
confuse
today.
me.
She is.
Full circle.
That's the Aries rising though, and I didn't know, but I would try to, when people would say certain stuff to me, I would always take it personally. Like, what do you mean I'm a firecracker? I'm laid back. I ain't never been in a
Laid
fight. I'm be chilling, but I didn't understand, my chart. So the more you understand about yourself, the easier it is to accept who you are without you even having to do anything. It's naturally who you came to Earth to be. Takes a lot of pressure off of other people's judgments when you kind of just learn yourself better and start to accept yourself. Because I love all of that. The firecracker part, she that shit.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
That's Johnny.
I love
Yeah.
her.
I fuck with that.
I love
That's
her, bro.
Yeah.
But the Taurus is like determined. You cannot tell me that I can't do what I want to do.
That's
You
low-key
can't
true,
tell
too.
me. But that's good because
It's good for you, but it's bad for my
But
brother.
it's not-
because
well-
we be trying to tell him some things to like navigate what you need to do, but we can't move him.
But see, here's the thing. Most people not trying to navigate what I do because I can already do what I do best for me.
That's
And
true.
I
Okay.
don't mind asking for help.
Your Taylor Port's getting hot.
Well, I was about to say it's Johnny, man. In many ways.
But okay, so boom.
Okay.
I'm gonna expose myself a little bit. I
By
got a,
all means.
I got a
Whatever you wanna say.
DUI. I got a DUI in 2011.
No, I'm just playing.
Predicted the DUI because I got a new car, and the first time I drove it, it only had like 30,000 miles on it. The Toyota Camry. It was like 1 year old. It's super fast. I got a DUI within 2 months, right? So I had to go to the DIP program, and they talked about how addiction affects the family, the children,
Yeah.
based on age. So if you're the oldest, the second oldest, the middle, or the youngest, and every family that I know that has addiction, it's almost like you can't help but be exactly what they described. So I'm not saying that there is addiction in your family, but depending on if he's the oldest, the second to youngest, or the youngest, all of that plays a role in, how he makes his decisions or how he responds to criticism or help or whatever.
That's
So
deeper than what I thought.
it's all it's a lot
Definitely
that
deeper than what I
goes
thought.
into, you know, a person being who they are. The sign is cool, but most of us are conditioned by our traumas and how our parents condition us and what we see on TV and what we learn in school, and yeah,
Conjunction.
Where do you
junction,
fall in the
what's
line of
fun?
your siblings?
I'm the oldest.
I can tell.
Yeah, I'm the oldest. Well, I can have an
The
older
leader
sister
of the
and
pack.
an older brother, but between my parents, I'm the oldest. Yeah,
The leader of the pack.
yeah,
The
I love it.
troublemaker. Did you get in trouble? Then they was like, "You're
Did-
not gonna be like
did
Lawanda."
I get in trouble?
She's the oldest, bro.
No, she didn't get in trouble.
I never got in trouble
She
about
led.
nothing.
She led.
What?
She led the pack.
She's the oldest.
Bro, I never got in trouble about
Boy.
nothing, which is why I went on my healing journey too, because I just didn't have enough fun. There weren't enough risks. I didn't really sneak out the house, sneak to parties. I didn't
You were a
do
good kid.
any.
You were a good
Yes,
kid.
that's why when people be like, Jason, what you tell me? I would have never saw you doing this, dude. I've been getting called a goody two shoes my whole life. So
I didn't know that. This is my first time.
You know,
knowing
like
that.
she
I
she
never
literally
knew that.
like growing up and stuff. Like she literally led the pack. Like everybody, all her siblings under her, like it was her. You know what I mean? Even though her mom and pops was in the picture, she still led the pack.
I
Yeah.
did.
You know what
I
I'm
can
saying?
get that out because my sister
Shout out Big
is
Sisters.
the
man.
oldest, and she leads
Shout
the
out
pack.
big sisters.
Yep.
Shout out Big Sisters, man.
Yes, bro.
She thinks she's my mom, but she's not.
My sister.
You know what?
something else.
That was part of my healing journey too. I have a lot of sisters under me, so you don't want to
come on.
create women against women issues when you realize how easy it is. So for me, part of my healing journey was to separate myself from them, so I could learn how to be just a big sister and not a second mom.
I got a few people I want to send your way
Send them.
because they need
Send
that.
them.
They need you. They need you, just like like Iyanla. They need
That's-
you just
now
like
that's my girl. A lot of people don't like
you giving me
Iyanla.
that. You giving me
I
that
fuck
vibe.
with
You
Iyanla.
giving me. Yeah. You giving me. Listen, beloved. You giving me beloved.
I'm weak. I'm never gonna say beloved.
But you giving me that vibe. So
But I will tell your ass not on my watch.
Okay.
Watch
That's the
that.
Taurus. talking.
Amen.
Sure.
So it's some people that I want to send your way because they need healing.
Listen,
Some crazy people that I know need it.
for real, if they just listen to the podcast, I mean, the tarot readings are cool.
Okay.
But sometimes people just need to know that they're not the only person going through what they're going through.
Mhm.
So you don't always have to pay to learn certain things.
Mhm.
Pay when you're ready to accept what you need to do differently. Other than that, when you just need to know that you're not alone and know that there is something better for you, you can get all that information from free on the Aromatherapy podcast on Spotify.
Yeah, I heard it. Hashtag.
AROOMATHERAPY.
You see how the fireworks went off when you said that?
Boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
777.
Come on.
That's somebody's shoe. No, I'm just playing.
Fireworks are fireworks are fireworks.
No, so anybody that's watching the podcast right now, do you guys have any questions? All right, moving on.
That was dickish.
No, if they do, they go pop up. They give us something. So when you do a reading,
Mm-hmm.
do you automatically talk to a person first and then you kind of go into that direction, or you just do it straight from scratch?
It depends. Some people know what they want to know, and some people just want you to tell them what they need to know. I can do either, because it always goes into me telling you what you need to know anyway. If you call me and ask me about a breakup, I'm going to tell you knew you should have broke up with him 2 months ago. Again, people just want to be reassured that what they feel is right is actually right. So it don't really matter how the reading start off. It always ends with me giving the person tools to stand on their own 2 feet.
Do you get people that's scared sometimes to know? Like maybe they don't want to know.
Yeah, but they not scared to know. They're scared to not know what to do differently. They scared that if they take this thing away, they're not gonna know how to change. They scared to have an empty space. They scared to allow the universe to fill that space with better things, because that space that's filled with whatever, that's all they know. People don't want to let go.
It's true. So coming from, this is another Dr. Phil question. I can just feel it in my soul. Coming from a religious background and
yes.
from, a Church of God, because First
Absolutely.
Church back then was Church of God. It was denomination before they just became First Church.
Okay.
So coming from that background and doing what you do now, was there a lot of like backlash about what you do? Is there like a lot of people that like
Man.
hit you up and just be going off on you like, man, you know, but,
Call a Taurus and go off on her? No.
okay.
Absolutely not.
I mean, but like some people from that background, how do they?
Well, no.
Because you got parents that's in the faith, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
I had stopped going to church way before this started. I stopped going to church years ago because I was ready to just find out more. This whole if a person doesn't accept Jesus into their heart, they going to hell thing is a bit dramatic for me. That just doesn't sound fair. So I needed more information. So I left church 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and just was kind of just out there, kind of just picking up and trying to see what felt good to me, who just want to be I just want to be a good person. I'm just going to be a good person. So if it aligns with me being a good person, I'll hear it. If it doesn't, I don't want to hear it. And I feel like I can make that decision on my own. How can you be made in the image of God but got to take somebody else's version of how you should be? That don't add up. The math wasn't mathing. So by the time I got into the spirituality to the point where I was willing to talk about it and share it, I was already so far removed from the church. Nobody had my number. And my parents support whatever their kids do. Because the conversation, I can still quote scripture. I still listen to gospel music from time to time. I listen to, it's a couple pastors whose stuff I watch on YouTube. It wasn't about taking Christianity down. It was about adding to the spiritual experience of the relationship with God that we was all supposed to be having, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of just developing the aspects.
Some people say relationships beats out religion. Do you agree with that?
I mean,
like if you have a relationship that beats out the religious part, like all the rules that was kind of.
Absolutely. Listen, when I tell you, I talk crazier to God or the universe or spirit or whatever, way worse than I talk to people, because God can take it. When I want something, when I know that I probably should, when I'm talking to God or I'm having a conversation, when I'm demanding things, I'm really talking to myself again, because I'm made in the image of God, right? So I'm demanding from myself what God has already told me I can have, but I might not believe it. So when I talk to God, sometimes I'll be talking cash shit. Flat out. And I get real. The best results because it's the authentic me. Those are my real feelings. I'm being vulnerable. I ain't trying to be cute.
They say people tell the truth when they mad. The truth comes out when they drunk and when they're mad.
Listen,
I swear, I heard that before. My granddad used to tell me that.
I don't recite any, like the prayers that we were taught. I don't recite none of those. I understand them, but them prayers wasn't written for 2023. In 2023, you have to be raw and authentic because everything else is already so tainted. So I would say the relationship with God is definitely key. Everything else is for the masses.
All right.
Political. Yeah. 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 She talked.
All right. All right. I feel it.
Bump with it.
When how many I'll take that back. How many readings have you done in total since you've had your brand?
I don't know. I'm not I upsell it 100.
Yeah. There you go.
At least.
That's cool.
Because here's the thing. I don't need the cards to do what I do. They just add pictures and symbolism to the message. So when you talk about just being able to get on the phone with somebody and have the exact same conversation that I will have them, that I could have with them with the cards, I've had hundreds of those.
Yeah.
Hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Just being real and just, being therapy.
Being willing
Healing.
to, to be vulnerable enough. Because a lot of, what I help people with, I normally got a story that's like, no, I went through something similar. You find out a lot of stuff is generational. Most of what we talking about is generational. We've all experienced very similar things. It just looks different on everybody.
Yeah. They say we're free by the words of our testimony.
Definitely.
Steve, right? He was like, how did you know that? You side-eyeing me like,
I'm laughing at you.
Side-eyeing me like, damn.
Like, yeah.
No, I'm laughing at you because it seems like every time you have a key moment, it's like you close your eyes.
It's like, yes.
So it's like you see me thinking about what
Yeah.
I'm about to say.
I can feel it.
That's
That's
that
what I'm
Leo.
saying.
That's that Leo right
Oh,
there.
what? Oh,
That's that
come
Leo.
on.
Everything
man.
he does is a Leo.
No,
Leo.
that's actually the Virgo. Him paying attention to your
I
body.
pay attention to detail.
Oh, man.
I'm heavy into
Oh,
It's the Virgo.
he's heavy into that. Like,
And you having all these emotional responses is why I know it's a martyr in your chart.
Pisces.
that's
definitely a
made me
chart.
nervous again.
I love water signs, so it literally is no shade, and I don't think it's Scorpio. It's really giving Pisces, even Aries for real, because Aries are pretty passionate
I'm
people.
very passionate.
Also,
Oh, I am passionate about everything.
What is wrong with you, bro?
Oh,
that's an
man.
Aries. They
Music.
can't help
I'm
themselves.
passionate about everything. What are y'all thinking about? What's the chuckle between you guys? No, what are you dirty minds are thinking about?
What?
I was thinking about music, but y'all, what are you talking
I
about?
was talking about the way you were saying it. Oh, I am passionate.
That's what I'm saying. But this is about music, Nate.
Okay,
Come on.
I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Just saying.
I'm fine.
We got to clean it up because we will get in trouble.
See,
Just saying.
No, these guys.
is
seem
this a
to-
Christian podcast?
No, but
No, I'm not
Hey,
saying
just
that. No,
let
that
it
was
go,
a personal.
Let it go.
that was a
Let it go.
personal.
Let it go.
Last
Anyways.
week,
Last
Anyways,
week,
podcast,
they-
Don't even.
kind of got a little
Don't
wild.
even.
I'm just saying, got a little wild.
Man, hey,
See?
They popping.
they're clearing out the neighborhood.
All right. So,
They're
anything
probably-
else you want to
people
talk about?
probably thinking like,
Like
"Dang,
we
where
play
is
this.
that at?"
We play this game, right? And I meant
Okay.
to tell you this at the beginning, but I forgot because we were talking about some good stuff.
Okay.
But we play this game when we find out people have their own podcast.
I hope that's the
Oh.
grand finale.
Okay.
When they come on our podcast, we ask them to podcast us. So now at this time, you can just interview us and podcast and just.
Okay.
This is your floor. This is your floor.
Thank you.
Welcome to 1983, the Black Room Podcast with
What you call us?
the Black Room Podcast.
No, before that, 1980. What?
1983, the Black.
Let's try it again.
Welcome back to the 1983 The Brand Black Room Podcast with our not co-host, but now taking over the host,
Mm-hmm.
Miss LaWanda Blackshear. Make some
Thank
noise,
you.
Nate.
Oh, she putting them out.
Yeah, I just want to see. So welcome to a room of therapy.
Welcome to a room with them.
1111.
Where 1111 come from?
11 has always been my favorite number.
Gotcha.
And numerology is something that I just enjoy picking up on the numbers also.
Okay.
777
777.
9311. You didn't think I was going there. Hey, I'm old school. You see the grades. I'm old school.
45. No.
45, 47.
I'm about to start going to the white. Oh, go ahead.
So I mean,
Wow.
what have you taken a healing journey? Have you ever healed from anything?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us what you healed from?
Oh, this is deep.
Or
Oh no.
would you admit that what
Oh,
you
my
healed
God.
from, because I think like people who recover from like drugs and alcohol, they go through a very similar healing journey.
Mm.
They understand that the healing is never done. They go through these steps and these processes and trying to reconcile with family members, different things like that. I kind of was able to see that any type of healing can look very much like an addict recovery.
Yeah.
Would you say that your healing response to your trauma was a journey similar to that?
Close, but
Yeah.
not exactly.
Okay.
So yeah. I don't really want to tap into what the healing was because I'm still.
Because it's a journey.
It's a journey.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, I've been through there. I'm going through it.
Yeah.
So, it's one of many.
Do you need a tool? Do you need any tools?
No.
He need
Okay.
he
You want
need a
privacy.
hug.
That's the Virgo. No, the Virgo wants privacy.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah,
I know.
a little bit.
A hug and privacy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was
Yeah.
right.
Yes, sir, Dave. You tied in, bro.
Touch and agree.
Hey,
David.
Gotta get
messing
the
with you,
snaps.
bro.
David.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever like consciously knew? And let's step outside of heartbreak because everybody
Okay.
has had a bad breakup.
For sure.
Let's talk
Oh,
about
you
you
walking
know.
them.
I already know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you already know. Come on.
Just nobody wants to talk about the childhood stuff.
Okay.
How easy is it for you to have healing conversations with your parents?
Well, one of my parents is gone,
Yes.
but my other parent, the older I get, the better the conversations about childhood is, because
Yeah.
now not only have we seen it, we lived it now.
Mhm.
So now it makes sense to, like, I had to forgive my father. This is while he was here and after he died.
Mhm.
I had to forgive him because at first I didn't understand how he was as a man
Yeah.
till I had to go through it.
Yeah.
Y'all not about to
Oh, this
eat
is
me.
this is a room of therapy.
Y'all gonna
You
eat me?
This is her
gave me
podcast,
the
bro.
podcast.
It's her
Okay.
podcast.
You gave me the
bro.
podcast.
But if I cry,
It's
come on.
fine.
I don't want to do
It's
this
fine.
in front of
Hey,
everybody.
bro, I've been crying. Day before the 4th, I cried all day. It was a full moon in Capricorn. Okay.
Mhm.
Full moons bring out emotions that we don't want to deal with, but all of that is letting go. So if you need to cry, cry. If you need to
But
touch
yeah.
Jason's hand and agree,
Wow.
touch it and agree.
Come on, man.
But yeah,
Go ahead, right there.
Touch the hand.
Just
I don't like the smile on his
just
face.
look.
What are you doing, bro?
So gross.
Oh,
Y'all are
my
sick.
bad.
You
I
can
can't
use
use that.
it. You can use that hand, but you ain't gotta caress it though, bro.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, he was going like this, like hand me your hand. Like, I'm confused at this point.
It's the new emoji.
Oh, I don't know this new
Yo.
emoji thing.
You ain't seen it yet?
He sent
I
it in the
haven't.
group chat.
Yeah, I sent it in the group chat.
Okay, I had to go back and look at it. But anyway,
Do you want to give us an example? I'll give one if you give one.
of what I said,
Yeah, what one thing?
I
And
can
it
give you
could
an example.
okay.
This is me being very transparent, but so my grandparents went through a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Parents went through a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
I went through a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
So at the age when I'm younger, I'm not understanding because I'm just going by. I'm seeing all their emotions and seeing and hearing these words. Like you said, words are important. So at that time growing up, I was like, didn't like being home or didn't like being around that, if that makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
why
Because it made me start hating.
That's
my
why you was at
father.
my house all the time.
Probably me and Johnny. Real talk. We was
Stop
at your
laughing,
house.
Jason.
No, I'm not laughing
Stop
at
laughing.
No,
that.
it's funny
It's her
because he's telling the
podcast.
truth.
No, I
Because I
understand.
know
I-
he's.
I
Yeah.
know him too.
It's her
Yeah.
podcast.
So he can stop laughing and you can continue.
But yes, but yeah,
Sorry.
for sure. Because it was a lot to deal with back then. But then me going through it now, it made me forgive because I'm like, dang, like I hated my dad, but then I understood him because I had to go through because he went through depression. He separated himself, like, and then
Yeah.
those moments will come and go. Like some days he'll come around and be cool, and then some days be like, dang, where's Dave at? Like we ain't seen him, and like, and I sometimes have these traits where they have to call me and be like, hey man, you cool? Like we ain't seen you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be, but I understand because he did the same thing. So
I hope we get to replicate the New Orleans with
Jeez.
like how we did with your dad.
hey man, that's a legendary moment.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We'll talk. We'll talk off air about that because I got an idea for real.
Hey.
I got an idea.
Let's do it.
But yeah, but back.
Okay,
yeah,
so
that was my transparent. My grandfather, grandmother, my dad, my mom, and then me.
yeah.
So
Judging other people is the fastest way to get humbled
okay.
because you really don't have a clue. I mean, my parents got divorced. I didn't resent them for it because I got divorced before they did. I was married and divorced within 2 years. My parents was married for 30 years. I think I've always been extremely understanding. I have a lot of empathy for other people and can pick up on other people's feelings and emotions and stuff like that. So it's hard for me to judge people. That's how I became a people pleaser. And I think that was, my responsibility as the oldest with my dad recovering, you know what I'm saying? And me kind of having to step up to be a second mom. That's how I got trapped into people pleasing. So when it was time for me to kind of identify where my lack of boundaries were, there was some resentment there towards probably my mom more, but you asked how, she was there. But it was, how parents respond to their trauma, what trauma they brought into the relationship from their childhood. So the best thing you can do is try to understand how your parents was raised. My mom was raised at a time where men beating on women was common. It was almost uncommon. If you didn't hit your woman, slap her up, slap her around. So you can't expect more than what was given. So yeah, but you over here,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Quiet, Mr. Quiet and calculated. What about you? Have you ever had to heal from anything?
Of course.
Okay, wanna?
I mean, it's almost like in line with what David went through. I lost my father when I was young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talk about moms and they get a lot of time on our brains and in our conversations, but
And all the commercials on
and
Mother's
all
Day.
the commercials, we get a lot of love.
Get the red carpet.
We get a lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
And the fathers, I can admit, they fall by the wayside.
Yeah.
And to this day, it's been times where if it wasn't for my dad, I don't know what I would do.
Talk your stuff.
Flat out.
Talk your stuff.
Like, fathers, they just simply aren't given the credit they deserve, because they're not really equipped to deal with emotions, or have healthy emotional responses to things.
Because we're taught not to.
Absolutely. And that's not fair. And women are taught that they only get to be the opposite versus, logical and rational and thoughtful and careful. That's what the men have to do. Women kind of just get the freedom to, be emotional. And it's all just an imbalance, quite honestly. So shout out to the dads.
For sure.
Appreciate
I love y'all.
Black fathers matter.
Yep.
All fathers matter.
All fathers matter.
You won't get me to say all very often, but all fathers matter. Absolutely. You want to make me cry? Play one of them videos of the dads catching their kids before they fall into holes or fall off of tables.
You know what tears me up though?
What?
It's those dad videos, and I watch them like around Father's Day. I never told nobody this, but since we're being real, I get emotional every time. Yeah, because I'm mad because I didn't want to be real.
You don't want to be vulnerable.
I don't want to be vulnerable, but since I'm here, I'll go around and watch some army videos where they come home and surprise their parents, like their fathers or their mothers and stuff. Tears me up.
Yeah, me too.
I got my mom real good when I got back, boy. My mom, my sister.
Yeah, because you was
brother.
early.
Yeah,
we remember you were coming back earlier than you thought you were coming back.
Yeah, I came back and I was like, they're forward deploying me to X, Y, and Z. I don't know when I'm gonna contact y'all, and I'm standing on the doorstep, and I just kicked the door down. They're like, "Who's at the door? Who's at the door?" They walked in, lost their mind.
Kick the door down.
Dramatic.
Listen, thank you. That's what I'm like. Hold on.
Maybe he
he's
needs
a Leo.
the spotlight.
Because I done went through all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a Leo? Okay, so you can just tell me at this point.
I still want you to guess. I don't like giving it away.
And I don't like being wrong.
I don't mind.
I've been wrong a couple
You can
times.
take as long as you want. If you want to wait to comment it under the video after we're done.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
That patience. I don't even need it right now. That's not Leo.
Mm-mm. Nope, not at all.
Not Leo.
I'm
not
very
Leo.
patient.
What's on it? No Leo.
Kind of shit.
He said, "I'm very patient."
Are you a Scorpio?
Yes, I am.
Oh yeah. Fucking.
Yeah.
She's good.
Hey yo.
She's real good. She's tied in.
I had to ask more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Scorpios are super, super mysterious. There are polar opposites. So still quiet, laid back, kind of just sit and just watch. Yeah.
You're welcome, Dave. That's why Dave always calls me whenever he's in a bind.
Yeah. I call him and I say, "I'm in a bind, Dave." You already know. I'm in a bind, man. This man is talented too, man. He's I was gonna say something, but then I knew in my mind, as soon as that would have came, I was gonna be wrong. And it was gonna get paused. And I'm not here for that today.
It's so unfortunate to have to.
Yeah, doesn't it? This is what this world had came to now.
Yeah, that's the world y'all created that.
Well,
I don't care
I
what
want
y'all
to say y'all, but maybe
they. If you say pause.
I guess so.
I couldn't imagine having to check myself throughout conversation. I really enjoy saying what I want to say.
We do it out of laughter.
Yeah,
it's not serious for us because we if we check ourselves about it, then we will stop doing it.
It's the commitment to it.
Oh yeah, because
That
it's
makes
it's
it-
comedy.
Yeah, it's like a game.
Yeah, it's a game. It's comedy.
Maybe we
Are
should
y'all
say a different
explaining
word.
Pause to
Yes.
No,
not at all.
Okay, good. Because
We're just explaining
come
why
on.
we do it.
Yeah.
I know why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know why.
All right. Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. The societal norms of how men have to regulate
See how deep that was?
themselves so much.
See how deep that was.
I mean, in today's society, it's almost like we have to. Unfortunately,
You don't have to do nothing. You don't wanna
That's
do.
scary.
no, I get that part, but you know what I'm saying. I don't need 10 extra friend requests because I made a glizzy comment.
That's a good
Wow.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one.
God.
So, you know, it is what it is.
Man.
Do you have any more questions for us?
Only if you guys want me to pull a couple cards.
Pull them.
I'll say y'all scared.
No, pull them.
You're not scared, are you?
Our other,
No,
our other
Scorpio
guests,
ain't scared
our
about
other
that.
guests isn't
He
here
might
yet,
have
so
done
pull
this
'em.
before. Have you done this before? Maybe.
Probably when I was in Afghanistan.
I've never done this, so.
in Afghanistan. I think
You're
I
not
did it
actually
once.
doing anything.
Oh, I'm just saying I've never.
I haven't done this
cards
before.
pulled before.
Oh no, Raven. She did mine on her set. Renegade.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She be rapping. She nice.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know
She's
she did
nice.
cards though.
I don't remember if it was cards or more so like the numerology and astrology.
Yeah, I remember that. She
Yeah,
did.
She was like real deep. Like she showed me this whole website and everything. It was lit.
Did you get your birth chart?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all should definitely get your birth charts. I would suggest that.
You want to know what's crazy? It said I was a native of Alaska, or one of my lines or whatever. Like the majority of my lines crossed in Alaska, and like a couple months before her episode, I was in Alaska.
How did it feel?
It was cold.
No, I mean, did it feel familiar? Because that's how I felt when I moved to Charlotte. I'm like, yo, I've never felt more at home than
Nah,
here.
I wouldn't say familiar. I didn't really get to go anywhere because I was on my way to Japan at the time. So like I just went there to rest between flights, and it was like probably like 2 hours, and they wouldn't let us go anywhere. But I wanted to go somewhere though. I just didn't have the clothes to step out in the cold.
Man, was that cold?
Bro, it was
What-
heaping piles of snow.
What month were you in there?
November?
Oh, okay, yeah. So you close to winter.
Yeah. But it was warm in Japan. And it was decently-ish warm in Seattle. Not really. It was decent. It was raining a lot.
But it never rains in Southern California.
Anyways.
That's what they
Her
tell me.
podcast.
So what do you have for us here?
So I just pulled out 3 cards, and I got the Fool in reverse, the 8 of Wands upright, and the Tower in reverse. So the Fool and the Tower are what is considered major arcana. Those are like your big spiritual themes. The Fool card is about taking risks, not having a lot of baggage, free spirited, right? Wands card, that's all fire energy. That's your Leo, your Sagittarius, your Aries energy. The 8 of Wands is about fast moving energy. And the Tower is basically about when things are built on a like a wobbly foundation, they're going to come falling down. So if you got, let's say, a relationship built off of lies, eventually it's going to come crumbling down because the foundation wasn't solid. But the Tower is in reverse. So somebody has been planning carefully to move something fast, and it's going to go well.
Which one of you is that? Could be all 3 of us. Maybe it's all 3 of us.
I think
I would think
it's
so.
one card per all 3 of us together.
Nope.
No.
No.
It can only be
Who were
one
you
of
looking at when you pulled the cards?
This is a collective. This is energetically. This could just be the podcast.
Can you say what it is again?
Basically, so when the Fool is in reverse, it's more of a planning. It's not necessarily risk taking. You're kind of planning what you want to do. You're diligent about it. And the 8 of Wands is a fast moving forward energy. So this is talking about not taking unnecessary risks. If you want to move, if you want things to move along, now is not a good time to take risks. Any risk taken will probably be on a faulty foundation. So if you're more calculated, then chances are whatever you put your energy into will sustain, and it'll move quickly forward.
Tickets gonna sell July 15th.
Damn right. Pool party on
Facts. Yeah, it could definitely be that. And your tickets be selling out, right?
Yeah.
every year. strategically.
Yeah.
That's dope.
This is if it this will keep going. You could easily get to 8 years with this.
Yeah, we on year 3.
Year 8's gonna be nice.
It's solid. This is giving really
What's year?
solid.
We already
energy.
know what year 4 is.
Yeah.
That's
So y'all
tough.
already planning ahead.
Oh, we always planning
we're
ahead.
That's the
2
fool in
years from now.
reverse. The fool in reverse doesn't plan ahead. It's like, oh, I just want to do this, so I'm gonna just try it. The fool in reverse is like, no, we're gonna make sure everything is.
It's
in
been
a
like that
row.
since year 1.
Yeah. Since the start.
Wait.
It's been
How
that
many?
Since,
Never mind.
since the brand.
Yeah, since the brand.
clothing
Yeah,
brand.
Yeah.
Because you thought ahead in it. Yeah.
How long
Record
ago did you
label.
start the clothing brand?
It was before the.
When
label.
did I rebrand? When did we have a boat party?
You was
20.
gone.
I was
No,
here.
He was here. He had just.
I just got back from
Saudi.
Estonia 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like 2017.
Yeah.
2016.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Lit. That's dope.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
If you want your reading, you can DM me or send me a message or send me an email at aromatherapy1111@gmail.com for your intuitive guided reading. You can listen to my podcast for free on Spotify. And I have tarot videos on YouTube, all under Aromatherapy 1111.
For sure. And when we come to Carolina, we gonna be on
Absolutely.
the podcast.
Yeah. By the time you guys come, I'll have some space rented and have all my stuff to do them live. Because right now I like the me by myself in a room with
With
a
a
mic.
phone or
Yeah,
something, yeah, it's
absolutely.
personal.
It's so much easier.
Yeah.
You can still do that though.
And I probably will,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like this
This was nice.
gets engagement. I
important.
like engagement
Oh
also.
yeah, for sure. For
This
sure.
is important.
Yeah.
Sure. That's what's up.
So I guess this is for me too.
Mm-hmm.
Being in the planning phase, none of this is a risk. This is all very calculated for
So
me.
it seems like you're in the right room right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing's
we got
crumbling
business.
down.
Because we'll show you what you need.
What you need?
Facts. For that next level that you're going.
Yeah.
Come on.
My bad. Then.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at the lights and the camera and the action.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at my Grammy.
Yes, sir.
You see the smile on my face when I said it.
Yeah, I did.
It's gonna happen.
If
That's
that's the
what's
goal.
up.
And that's the part that I'm gonna cry about. I'm gonna be like, I told everybody I'm gonna make a Grammy.
But you
That's
got
what
to
I'm
accept that you might not get the Grammy you think you're gonna get.
I accept it.
Ooh.
However it come. A Grammy is a Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna put some respect on my name like Birdman.
Wait, I just
You just
I just
talked
tapped
some
in what you
shit.
just said though.
And it made me think of what you're thinking about. Yeah, it did. It made me think about that too. Which either way, that's gonna be wonderful.
That'd be better.
I will accept that.
Yes,
It will be
sir.
wonderful.
Cool.
Yeah. Be
Okay.
open to receiving.
Like that. Anyway, so we're gonna take a little break and get right back to it, guys. Keep watching, man. Getting real live up in here.
We'll catch you guys in a little bit. I was waiting for you. As soon as you walked or looked away, I was like, it's gonna be different.